So now we can start with reading celebrity interview. What celebrities are in the news at the moment and why? Why are in the news? What have they done? Okay, look at the article from High Magazine. Who is the couple in the interview? Are the magazine like this in your country? What are or what sort of series of stories do they have? Read the article quickly and put the questions in the right place. Okay, let's start. This is the most famous couple in the country. She is a pop star who has had 6 number 1 records more than any other singer artist. He has scored 50 goals in Manchester United and has played for England team for 30 times together. They earn about 20 million euro a year. They invited High Magazine into their Luxor house home. So هم من أشهر الأزواج في المدينة أو في مدينة مانشستر يونايتد. طبعا لديهم أكثر من 6 ألبومات ولعبوا مع المنتخب الإنجليزي ونادي مانشستر يونايتد الخاص بالموسيقى. ربحوا أكثر من 20 مليون يورو وسنويا أو ربحهم يصل إلى 20 مليون يورو سنويا. دعوا مجلة هاي إلى منزلهم ليعملوا معهم هذه المقابلة. فإذا لماذا هم في التلفاز؟ فهذا أول سؤال نستخدمه. Why is in the couple in the interview؟ لماذا هذا الزوجين في المقابلة؟ Donna, a lot of the time since we have been together, one of has been away. We really have to try had to be together. We both flown all over the world just to spend a few hours together. Terry, observantly, people say, oh, you have got all this money, and are you going to spend it, or when are you going to spend it? But the best thing is that buys us the freedom to be together, but that money cannot buy us the freedom. طيب، فدونا تقول أن العديد والكثير من الناس أو الكثير من الوقت منذ أن كنا مع بعضنا في ذات الطريق، ولكن الآن حقا نحاول أن نجد لبعضنا وقتا لكي نقضيه مع بعضنا البعض. العديد من الناس يقولون أننا نقضي أوقاتا مع بعضنا، ولكن للأسف الناس لا يعلمون ذلك، فقط يقولون أن لديكم الكثير من المال، فمتى سوف تصرفون هذا المال؟ ولكن إجابتنا أن أفضل شيء لو أن هذا المال يستطيع شراء الحرية لنا لنبقى مع بعضنا البعض. فإذا السؤال يكون are there magazines like this in your country, or what sort of stories do they have? This one, it will be the second question. Okay, guys? Dana, a lot of time since we have been together. This one. It hasn't changed us. We are still the same party newspapers have told terrible stories about us, but it's all lies. Terry, our perfect Saturday night is sitting in front of telly with takeaway. Our favorite program are Bland and Frank. You won't find photos of us coming out of party and clubs drunk, having spent the night with a whole load famous people. Okay, here we can say, Donna say, we are so totally in love. The happiest ever been. هنا تقول دوني أننا نحن يعني مجملا وقعنا في حب بعضنا وأنني الأسعد على الإطلاق. طيب. I went to one of his matches because I liked him. I wanted to meet him. It's funny because I'm not really interested in football. So when I met him after the match, I didn't know what to say to him. Terry, I'm very shy. We just looked at each other from a pair side of the room. But I said to my mate, she is the one for me. I'm going to marry her one day. Fortunately, she came to a great game and we started talking then. Donna, naturally is hard when you are away for each other, but in a way this has made us stronger. Okay, here we have David Beckham. A lot of people would love to see us swept up. People have accused Terry of things. Terry, of course, you have to be prepared to give and take. In any relationship, there is a trust between us, and as long as that's there, we will last. Terry, it's because this is the first time I have been in love. I think that when you meet the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you change, you become a softer person. So the answers here, Donna and Terry are or have been, were together for 2 years, have been together. They like or loved or have liked or liked watching TV on Saturday night, liked watching. They meet or have met after a football match. They have lived or lived in their new home. They have lived. Terry is or has been or was in love just once. Was in love just once. Okay. So vocabulary here we have adverb, slowly, carefully, and usually. Many adverbs end in ly. الأحوال بشكل عام تنتهي ب ly إلا ما ندر. فنلاحظ هنا find some more examples in the text on page 58. There are also many adverbs that don't end in ly. Find these examples in the text like together, hard, still, just, of course. These adverbs cannot end with ly. Also, we have fast. We cannot put it with l and y. Complete sentences with one of these adverbs. Still, rarely, only, of course, together. Do you love me? Dash. I do. I adore you. Do you love me? Rarely, I do. I adore you. I called Tom at 10 in the morning, but he was still in the bed. It's over nervously today. We have been dash for 15 years together. Kate is very fussy about food. She dash eats pasta and crisp. See only. She was very ill and dash died, but fortunately she got better. Rarely, or you can say of course. Complete the sentences with one of these adverbs, at least, exactly, to, especially, and just. I like all Russian novels, especially Tolstoy. I hate running. Me, it's too boring. Exactly. Are you telling me that we have no money? He said exactly also not Benny. I met her on December 23, at last before Christmas. I have finished this excited. So at last here also I have finished this excited. Goodness, it was boring. Here we have word barrels. There are many idiomatic expressions which consist of two words joined by and here is an example from the text on page 59. Let's see. Of course, you have to be prepared to give and take in any relationship. Match the words. Ladies and fish. Yes, does. Up, base, save, and salt. So, ladies and gentlemen, fish and chips, now and then, yes and no, up and down, bass and sound, safe and dangerous, salt and pepper. Okay. Complete the sentences with one of the expressions. Do you still play tennis? Not probably, just played when I have time. This is a party. Realized please or place to work. There aren't many people. Have you? Or here you are. At last I have been so worried. Thank goodness you have arrived safely or safety. Do you like your new job? Really, there's money's okay, but I like the people. Sometimes there are too many people in the house. I go into the garden for a bit of time. Good evening. Good evening too. It gives me a great pleasure to talk to you all night. How's your grain dash? There are good days, and then not such good days. So holiday you can use, or you can use time. Her support careful. It's hot. Carefully yummy. Okay, guys. Here we have everyday English. We have here. Listen to the conversation, and as I said, listening we cannot hear it because we don't have the records. So by the way, we can say that we have finished unit 7, and we will start with unit 8 with the next or the coming video.